So, why the no contact rule works, but also how to implement it effectively. Stay tuned. Peace and cheers as always, folks. Coach Mark Mahalovic. Per the introduction today, we're going to talk about the no contact rule, why it works, and how to effectively implement it so you can put yourself in the best case scenario to get that girl back, your ex back, whatever it might be. So, without further ado, let's chat about it. So, no contact rule. So, for the people that maybe this is your first exposure to dating tips and advice, the no contact rule is exactly how it sounds. It is no contact. Zilch, right? There's no liking messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. There's no viewing her stories. There's no nothing. You don't need to delete her off of social media. You can if you want, if it's for your own mental health, right? But the point of no contact is that you have effectively removed yourself completely from this person's life, 100%. And that means everything. Doesn't matter if there's a death in her family, if it's her birthday, doesn't matter. As of right now, if you're going through this or thinking about going through it, this person's effectively dead to you. Sounds kind of harsh, but that's how you have to look at it. Why? Because for whatever reason, you're in the spot that you are now where she's pulled away from you, she's wanting space, she wants to break up, whatever it might be the case you're in, where you're essentially no longer a couple in this moment, right? You're no longer in a relationship and she wants to get away from you for whatever reason, right? Maybe you were too insecure, you were too jealous, you were too needy, you didn't give her the space when she asked for it, right? It's a lot of little stupid things that us guys tend to do. You don't think about it in the moment until it's bam. It's like all of a sudden one day she's gone. So how do you implement the no contact rule? Right? So let's talk about that, like how to implement it correctly. I know I mentioned the whole not liking stuff, but I want to get into a text you can send. It's not the end all be all text, so don't copy it word for word, but paraphrase it in your own words, right? So your girlfriend, wife, whatever, comes at you with, hey, I really need space right now, or hey, I want to break up, but can we still be friends, or I still want to talk to you, or whatever. Like, she wants to not be with you, but she still wants access to you. No, that is a big hell no, guys. You do never, not under any circumstance, do you ever agree to being friends with the girl that you want to date or be with, or your wife. You don't. That's a hell no, unless you actually do want to be friends with her, authentically be friends with her, right? You don't ever want to be with her romantically. If you just really want to be friends with her, then screw it, big deal. But if you want her intimately, don't ever agree to be friends. That is, just don't do it. It's not going to work. I promise you. So how do you implement, right? What's something you can say? So again, don't say this verbatim, just your own phrase. And I've used this 4 times in my life, and no, 5. The 5 times I've used this, that person has come back every single time I've used this. Okay, set 100% success rate so far in my life. For the ones I've actually said it to, right? There's some other girls I've dated in the past that I just didn't really care about. It was like, okay, whatever, that's fine. I don't really want you to come back anyway. But for the 5 times I have had to do this, it's worked every single time. So what do you do? If you get that text message, you get that phone call, you get that in-person conversation, you simply agree to it. You walk away. You say, I completely respect where you're coming from. I don't agree with it. I want to work things out. But if that's not where you're at right now, that's okay. If you change your mind down the road, shoot me a text, shoot me a call. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to see you. If that doesn't happen, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace. Next. You don't say next or peace, but the initial phraseology, right? So to summarize it up, basically you're just saying that I respect where you're at. I don't agree with it, but if that's what you want, cool. Go do your thing. If you change your mind down the road, reach back out. If you don't, that's cool too. It's no skin off your back or mine. So that's how you initially implement it. But now to actually make it effective, right? And this, again, guys, this is not a tactic. This is not manipulation. This is you taking your balls back. This is you telling the world, the universe, and yourself that this person doesn't want me right now in this moment. I'm not going to put more effort into them. I'm not going to keep chasing them. I'm not going to keep trying to get them to stay with me. That's disrespectful as hell to you. So love can't exist where there's not respect. If you want that their current ex or the girl that's leaving you to come back, you have to respect yourself. So you have to be congruent with your words. So when you send that text message or that you tell that person that verbiage, you have to be congruent with it, i.e. no contact, again, now means no contact. Again, there's no liking Facebook posts, Instagram posts, there's no random text messages, there's no random phone calls, there's no happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, none of that shit. Okay? Can't do it. No contact means no contact forever until you die. Okay? That's what it is. And again, why that works, excuse me as I scratch my head, why does that work? Because again, guys, you're taking your balls back, right? You are now acting like a man again, a man who has value. And if you know anything about psychology, which I know most of us know the basics, you value something more when you don't have easy access to it anymore. It's like water versus a diamond, right? Why are diamonds more valuable? Because they're harder to get. Why is water less valuable and only $1 or $2 at the grocery store? It's probably more expensive now, but anyway, because it's always available. It's always there. It's not valuable. The same concept applies when it comes to dating, right? You are now making that was weird. You are now making yourself valuable again in her eyes, right? And as time goes, people always look to the past through rose-colored glasses, i.e. they start to remember the good parts about you, right? So the no contact rule is going to work really good if maybe you were just acting really needy, you were insecure for a while, and you're just kind of just doing stupid guy things, right? And she got a bad taste in her mouth for maybe a couple weeks, a month, and now you went no contact, and now you're doing your thing. Usually works pretty good in that regard, versus if you got in a physical altercation with her or did some really, really creepy shit, and I've heard a lot of really creepy shit out there, trust me, then maybe. But if you guys were just in a relationship for a while, month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever, 10 years, and you just started to act like you didn't put your best foot forward, life happens and I get it, right? You didn't put your best foot forward for a while. You looked to her for happiness. You put a lot of pressure on her. You acted needy, insecure, all that stuff, and things just kind of fizzled away. It happens, right? When it does happen, simply recognize it. And if that conversation comes up, paraphrase the words that I gave you to say, which again is, I respect your decision. I don't agree with it. I want to work on this, but if that's what you want, here you go. I respect it. If you change your mind, reach back out. I'd love to hear from you. And if you don't, that's cool too. Say something along those lines and then stick with it, right? Bite your nails, bite your tongue, whatever you got to do to not send that text message, the follow-up, the phone call, whatever. What tends to happen then? And I'm going to give you the one thing that's always happened to me in those 5 cases where I've used this. What tends to happen is the first time I did it was only a week. Every other time after that, it was usually about a month, give or take. So for me, between a week and a month was when I had noticed that they started coming back in my life, right? Because I acted like a man finally. So when they do come back, you're not just going to get a text that says, oh God, I love you so much, let's be together forever. No, it's going to be subtle. It might be a hey. It might just be, I'm going to like one of your Instagram posts or Facebook posts or TikToks, right? It might just be a like. Now, a like does not count as contact from them. It's just a like. It requires no effort. When they reach back out to you, right, it has to be a direct message to you. It could be a direct message on like Facebook or Instagram, right? But it's got to be a direct message to you, right? Not a like or a share or whatever, a direct message. When that happens, right, pending again, nothing crazy happened when you guys broke up or whatever, when that happens, you then have to simply try to make a date to see her. Again, this is not the point where you go back and forth for days texting or calling. No, you get her to come to your place and you work on becoming intimate. We'll do another video on what to do there because I really love Coach Corey Wayne's seven principles to get next back. It works wonders when you get yourself in the situation. But for now, in this video, if you want to put yourself in the best possible scenario to win your girl back that you lost, implement the no contact rule effectively, and then live by it, abide by it, embody it. Now, during that time when you're doing this, if you don't make any changes to yourself, those same old gremlins are going to come right back when she comes back in your life, right? So you don't have to make drastic changes, but you start to make some positive changes for yourself. You want to put yourself in the best case to get her back for good. Get going to the gym more, right? Start that new side hustle. Get busy with your career. Get busy with life. Just do whatever you can to make yourself better, right? Because if she doesn't come back, that same stuff's going to happen again in your next relationship, and you're going to be in the exact same spot again. So when you do the no contact rule, start to figure out, what am I missing in my life? Fill those gaps so you also become a better man in the interim before she comes back. Hope the video was helpful, folks. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, that's just the icon. It's down there. So would love that. Would love the support in the channel. My email, flyinghealthcoach@gmail.com. Again, your first coaching call is free, just to see if coaching is a good fit for you. If we vibe, then we'll go from there. And then finally, my book, The Masculine Workbook. It's not going to be your end-all be-all book, guys, but it's going to be a good start to get you going in the right direction. So that's a free download on my YouTube page. Would love feedback if you download it and kind of read through it. So outside of that, guys, again, hope it was helpful. Hope it gave you a different perspective. And we'll come back with more down the road. Peace, and cheers as always. Have a good day.